Just wanted to show you a really cool tool that is available on NotebookLM, and you may have seen it, but what I did is I took some sources about Nano Banana because I'm going to create some presentations, and over here are the sources. So if you want to add a new source, you just click add source. You can pull in your Google Workspace, a website, or YouTube, and then it will collect all of that information. And then over here on the right hand side of the studio, there are some really cool features that are in here now. So if you wanted to create an infographic, you just click that pencil icon and you can tell it exactly what you want it to include. You can give it your themes and highlight the certain points that you want to highlight in the resources. Another really cool feature is that this video overview, you can now change the styling. So if you click that pencil icon right here, and then you can say if you want an explainer or a brief, you can choose the language, and then you can now select the visual style. And there's a lot of different visual styles. I love this paper craft. And so I can create an easy, quick video tutorial. And then it'll appear over here once that's done rendering.
You ever hear about a piece of tech that was so good it became a legend before anyone even knew what it really was? So picture this. It's mid-2025, and the entire AI world is buzzing about this mysterious, unbranded tool that's just quietly crushing every public benchmark. And everyone was calling it Nano Banana. Today, we're going to crack open that mystery box. So first up, we're going to uncover the mystery of its secret origin. Then we'll dive into the two core features that made this thing such a game changer. After that, we'll see how the new Pro version is completely revolutionizing professional work. And finally, we'll explore what having this creative co-pilot really means for all of us. All right, so let's get into it. How did this tool just pop up out of nowhere and become the talk of the town? Well, it turns out the story is almost as interesting as the tech itself. And yeah, this Reddit post, it pretty much sums up the vibe online. All of a sudden, on these benchmarking sites where real users vote on which AI images are better, this unnamed model just started winning. And I'm not just talking about winning a few times. This thing was systematically crushing all the big names. DALL-E, Midjourney, you name it. The whole community was just baffled. And then, boom, the big reveal. Nano Banana wasn't some scrappy startup. It was the public codename for Google DeepMind's newest powerhouse, Gemini 2.5 Flash image. It was this genius guerrilla launch. See, by letting the model prove itself out in the wild first, Google built this rock-solid reputation based purely on performance, long before any press release ever came out. And you know what? The strategy totally worked. Nano Banana earned the #1 global rank for image editing on Almarina, a site where it's all based on user votes. This wasn't some slick marketing campaign. No, this was proven by real users in real time. And that's why everybody sat up and paid attention. Okay, so what was the secret sauce? What made this thing so special? Well, it all started by solving one of the most frustrating problems in AI image generation. So you know how with the old AI tools, you'd try to make the same character twice? You'd always get this, I call it the evil twin effect. It kind of looks like them, but something's just off. And that made them pretty much useless for any kind of professional work. Nano Banana, on the other hand, hit over 95% character consistency. That was an absolute game changer for storytelling and branding. Let me show you what I mean. It's actually pretty simple. You can just grab a character, say this little green alien dude, and you can even make him in a totally different AI tool. You just hand it over to Nano Banana as a reference. Then you just tell it, hey, take this exact guy and put him in a completely new situation. And look at that, it's him. No question about it. Same head shape, same eyes, same expression, it's all perfectly preserved. So you can take him from riding a bike to shooting hoops to a fancy dinner in a suit. And the character's identity stays locked in. And that stability, that's the holy grail for anyone creating brand mascots, storyboards, actual professional creative work. Okay, so that consistency was a huge deal. But that was just punch number 1. Punch number 2 was how it totally changed the editing game, moving from this clunky one-shot process to something fluid and conversational. See, before, you had to write this massive, super detailed prompt and just hope you got it right on the first try. But now, you can actually have a conversation with it. You start with a basic image, and then you just iterate. You tell it, change the name on the sign. Then, okay, now make the weather sunnier. Each command just builds on the last one. It's like you're art directing, but with simple text. And this just blew the doors open for all kinds of practical uses. Need to remove tourists from that perfect vacation photo? Bam, done. Want to see how your backyard would look with a new patio? Just ask it. You can try on new outfits, generate a professional headshot from a selfie, or create dozens of product mock-ups. The list just goes on and on. But wait, there's more. Seriously, the free version was already incredible, right? But then Google dropped Nano Banana Pro, and it basically took all those capabilities and cranked them up to a truly professional level. So the Pro version brings 4 massive upgrades to the table. First, and this is a big one, it finally gets text right. No more garbled words. Second, you can combine up to 14 reference images, not just 3. Third, it can actually use Google Search to pull in live data for things like factually accurate infographics. And finally, you get professional quality, crisp 4K resolution images in any aspect ratio you need. And to really get why that text feature is such a wow moment, just look at this. The model was asked to generate this crazy tongue twister. I mean, not only did it spell every single word perfectly, but look at how it did it. It creatively made the letters out of wood. That mix of perfect accuracy and creativity was just not possible before this. So when you put them side by side, the difference is pretty clear. The standard version, the fast model, is awesome for quick ideas, for just messing around and being creative. But the Pro version, the thinking model, well, that's your heavy hitter. That's for when you need precise control, super high-res outputs, when the final product really matters. Okay, so what does all this actually mean? A new AI tool is cool and all, but why is this one a fundamental shift in how we work? I think this quote from an industry report just nails it. We've gone from this vending machine model of AI, where you put in a prompt, you get one image out and that's it, to a creative co-pilot. It's like having a partner that's right there with you in a visual dialogue, one that gets the context and helps you build on your ideas. And that has a huge impact in the real world, especially when it comes to money. This co-pilot is also a financial partner. For a small business, being able to skip expensive photo shoots or graphic design work, we're talking about saving thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of dollars every single year. That's a true game changer. So at the end of the day, this isn't just another fun image generator. It's a tool that's completely democratizing professional-grade creative work. It's tearing down the walls of time, cost, and technical skill, making it possible for literally anyone to produce high-quality visual content. And that really leaves us with one massive, fascinating question. When the barrier to creation is this low, when anyone can bring a professional quality visual idea to life in just a few seconds, what happens next? It completely changes the landscape of creativity and business. So what new stories will be told? What new ideas will we see? What will we create next?